Welcome back to Nick Lane's Comic Corner Classic Last Known Classics. This is episode number 1929 and double shot number. I believe this is. Let's see, I think it's. Hold on a second here. Let me just check this just to be sure. Yeah, I think I actually scooped here. Here we go. Fixed it. Okay, so it's actually. Yeah, it's definitely 1929, but it's double number 1823. This one was viewing two Acro trades, but it turns out that the urge to actually review that one race, so I decided to skip it and just basically discuss the entire series. This one. What series is it? Swordmaster. Well, this is the first trade, the collector's edition of the series. Like in the case of Aro, it did have a backup feature to explain his backstory, kind of the events, what happened prior to the events of this. I've discussed that already, so all this to talk about for Swordmaster is the main story itself. Most of these issues, he basically gets this. The Swordmaster, his real name is Lin Lao, I think his name is. So. Oh, it's Lin Li, yes. So, he gets a sword from his father, and basically he goes on a journey where he meets up with Doctor Strange, who has his look from the Jason run from Doctor Strange. And also Shang-Chi pops up in here because we're Chinese characters, of course. And he meets up with a woman who, very beautiful woman, who basically kind of becomes basically attached to for the rest of the series. It's a good start for this one. And he's just exploring mysteries of all the things of also in a box. And apparently the woman does not know Doctor Strange, despite it's publicly known. Yep, for the start of this series, 9.5 out of 10. Now, I decided, well, for the remainder of this review, I just discuss issues 7 through 12. Most of this one, he doesn't have, there's no guest appearances by any big name Marvel superheroes this one. Nope, it's just him and basically G. Sensasong, who's the son of the tribe, basically made the sword. That's mostly what this one is, them working together, and of course battling a bunch of demons, and trying to deal with the villains of the series to the very end. That is literally what happens in issues. Unlike in the case of Ari, which was interesting, I guess for some people, probably the reason why this one didn't get a hook is, let's say, Aro did, because it's Swordmaster versus a bunch of monsters. Which, okay. The backup feature for this one, exploring his backstory, had him basically meet Ares, the god of war, because this woman associated with him. That I kind of felt was more interesting than this. These final six issues are just okay at best. The artwork is done by Jinju. Jinji, the writing of the guy who wrote this book is Sensu. The one who adapted this for English is basically Amy Chu. But not a bad second half of the series. It's kind of like a good start and just basically just middled out toward the very end of the series. That's most of what it is. He does solve kind of the mystery of the box at the very end. Oddly enough, like in the case of Aro, this book was canceled in 2012. 2020. Yes. Now you're probably thinking, okay, why was the series canceled? Well, here's something quite interesting though about the character Lin Li. He would actually later become Iron Fist. Oh yeah, definitely. Yep, he would be, which is interesting to say the least. The fact that he becomes Iron Fist. Yeah, that's what he's doing currently, becoming frickin' Iron Fist. Now, his stories were adapted from a series called Warrior 3 Sovereigns. That's where he made his debut, and you could say that the King in Black series is just adapting it per se. That's mostly put what it is. Yes, Warrior Sovereigns, like 12 issues, and he appeared in the, well, Age of Atlas, but let's see, the final issue of the series, let's see, that was released in, why the heck, basically, just, oh, it probably did. Okay, so, that's weird. Okay, so The final issue of the series was released in. Okay, I think I may see what's going on here. So, yeah, this is when the series was delayed. Yes, like in the case of Atlas Attacks, the final few issues were delayed. Like up until issue 9, everything came on time. And for some reason, with issue number 10, that was released in. See, issue 9 was released in March 2020. Issue 10 to come out to freaking September. Now, unlike Atlas Attacks, there was basically it was a limited series that came out. It took even longer than this one did. Now, why in the world do you think the series probably stopped after only 12 issues? My guess is I think this is just my personal theory. I think the reason why the series stopped, in my honest opinion, of why the heck the series stopped, my personal guess is because the character probably wasn't found to be interesting, to say the least. That's my personal guess. And since the series wrapped up with issue number 12, yes, since the series wrapped up, he has done very little. Like, he appeared at Atlas Attacks, obviously. His most recent book he appeared in, he became new Iron Fist, which is interesting. Now, you might be thinking, why the heck am Iron Fist? It's kind of weird. But as far as I can tell, there's no... I don't know what the reason was to make him Iron Fist. Because it is so baffling. The guy basically is overcarrying a sword. Like, he appeared in Death Doctor Strange White Falcon. It was a one-shot appearance for this. And now he apparently is Iron Fist now. Because Danny Rand's retired. And you know the weird thing is about Danny Rand? He is no longer Iron Fist. Why he isn't Iron Fist anymore? Don't know. As far as I can tell, I don't know what the reason is for him to stop being Iron Fist. It's weird. It's just so baffling to me. Like, why would Marvel take away something that was unique about Danny Rand? Now he's just a regular guy. Yeah, that's the thing about him currently. He's just a regular guy now. Oh, by the way, would Lin Lee take part in Devil's Reign despite he's a mass superhero? No, he would not. He's actually one of the very few superheroes who did not, basically... Well, you might be thinking, what did he do with Age of Atlas? Not much. He was part of the new version of Age of Atlas, the Asian team, but he didn't really do very much at all. Yeah. But not much else to say about Swordmaster. It's like they took something unique and basically made him Iron Fist. Like, why? And by the way, in case you're curious though, his one for Iron Fist was a limited series. I am not kidding. That's seriously what Marvel did with him. Like, you took a guy who basically was developing this cool series. Don't kind of fill up. My only guess is because he was a character that Marvel didn't have much faith in. They didn't have much faith in this character, so do something different. Make him Iron Fist for some apparent reason. Yep, that's all he's doing now. He's doing Iron Fist. Yep, I will eventually review that miniseries when it comes on trade. But this is going to be pretty much it for Stick Review. Next up is going to be two straight comic cores discussing digital comics. Okay, next video.